Alright, welcome everybody to Geekvice Gaming. We're gonna play Legendary tonight. Kip cannot be with us tonight, he's a little under the weather, so I'm gonna try to run a solo setup for this thing. I've not actually played this game solo, I've only played it with my son, so we're gonna try this out and see how it goes. First of all, there's a few different rules that you use for a solo setup. You only use 3 heroes instead of 5. On the Mastermind card, you ignore the Always Lead ability, so that basically frees up any of the villains or henchmen that you want to use. And in this one, you can use your schemes. You can use any scheme except for Superhero Civil War and Negative Zone Prison Breakout. So we'll see what happens here. We'll see what I draw. I'm going to do a randomization, so we'll see what ends up coming up. And then, let's see, we use 1 villain group. And then it says we only use 3 henchmen cards from the same henchman group. I don't actually know how to pull that one off, so we're gonna see how that goes. I might end up having too many henchmen. The villain deck only consists of 1 bystander, 1 master strike, but the normal number of scheme twists based off of your set. And whenever you complete a scheme twist effect, KO a hero from the HQ of cost 6 or less. So let's try and see how this works. So let's start us off here. We've got our start deck here, and we're gonna randomize this and see what happens. So we're gonna add our player 1 cards to the draw pile. Our Mastermind, let's go ahead and draw 1 card. Oh, why is it not letting me draw a card? That's not supposed to do that. Scheme? No. Oh, here we go. Shuffle. Nah. For some reason the Mastermind won't work. I'll have to try that a different way. So let's see, what scheme did we get here? And this is replace Earth leaders with killbots. Perfect. We will add that to our scheme. Now we need a villain. We need to shuffle this, and we will draw. What villain are we going to draw? We're going to draw, ooh, is this a Baron Zemo? Villains, Masters of Evil. So we will add this to our villain deck. So we added our 1 villain. Now we need to add henchmen. So let's shuffle our henchmen. Let's draw 1, and we added the Doombots. So let's add Doombots to here. And then let's see, we need to add a Master Strike. So we'll bring up our Master Strike. We need to add 1. Draw multiple cards. We're going to draw 1. Okay, drag that to our villain deck. Oh, hey, come on, add it to the villain deck. There we go. And let's see, how many scheme twists do we need for this? We need to add 5 twists and 3 additional next to our scheme. So let's draw multiple cards. Let's draw 5. Let's start with 5. Put those in our villain deck. And then we need to draw 3 more. And we're going to put those in our scheme twist spot. Those did not go there. There we go. Well, there's 1 moved there. 2. And whoops. 3. Okay, so we've got our 3 added there. So we've got our scheme. We need to add a bystander to our villain deck. So I believe we have that all done. Now we need to add some heroes. So let's see what heroes we draw. Oh, I need to add a mastermind too. Oh, heroes, it doesn't. The randomizer doesn't work for heroes. Yeah, there's some glitches in this one. I'm trying a different module here, so than I've been using in the past because it was restricted to, it didn't have a bunch of extra stuff. So let's just have to add a few other these the old-fashioned way. So I'm gonna do we will randomly pick the mastermind without looking. Let's go with that one. So we're going with Loki. Send to mastermind stack. There's our Loki. And now we need to add some heroes. Heroes, I'm going to randomize this one. Let's go here. We got Hulk. Send to heroes. There's one. We got Black Widow. Send to heroes. And Emma Frost. I'm not sure how any of those will work together, but we'll try that out. So let's zoom in here so we can see the board a little bit better. And we don't need the bottom players. So we'll see how this works. Alright. So I believe we've got everything we need. Let's maybe change the zoom on this a little bit more. Let's change this to there. That's a little bit better. Now we can kind of see the whole thing. Maybe we go a little bit more. I like that. There we go. Alright, now, so we need to shuffle our hero deck, we need to shuffle our villain deck, and we need to shuffle our player deck. Let's look at our hand. Oh, that did not work right. Well, there we go. Now we got our hand to show up. Okay. I'm gonna put this up here because we don't need these other players. So let's try to fit this in. I'm gonna put it right here. Perfect. Alright. Let's see. I don't even know how this video is going to turn out looking, so let's just see what happens. Alright. Let's see here. Since I'm adjusting some stuff so we can see everything on the screen. So what do you guys think? Think that'll work? Let's make, yeah, because we don't need to see that as big. Alright. I think that sees what we needs to seize when we seize it. So let's try here. Let's start this off. So turn one is we draw a villain. I'm just gonna push it here. Oh, of course, it's a freaking scheme twist already. So we have 5 twists. Oh, you know what? I didn't add enough bystanders to the deck. So I need to actually add a bunch more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this back. Flip. Let's put this back in there. I need to actually add, this thing says I need to add 18. So let's add 17 because I've already got one in there. 17, and let's drag that and put them in there. Oh, now our villain deck is much bigger. So we're going to see how this works. So the bystanders in the villain deck count as killbots, with attack equal to the number of twists next to the scheme. So for each one, and if 5 killbots escape, evil wins. Well, this is going to be fun. Let's shuffle this up and let's try again. I like to shuffle twice. So let's draw this card. What do we got? Oh, of course, a bystander. So we've got a claw of 3. Wow, this is even smart enough to tell us that it's got 3 attack right there. So that's going to be fun. So let's draw our cards. Alright, and we need to draw some heroes out here. So we have a Hulk, a Black Widow, Emma Frost, and another Black Widow. Alright. Well, let's see. Luckily here, we've got 3 attack and we've got 3 stars. So there's a couple things we can get here. We can get a Growing Anger Hulk. And we could get this Black Widow. Let's see what she does. You may KO a card from your hand or discard pile. If you do, rescue a bystander. You know what? I'm not really interested in rescuing bystanders in this one. So, because the bystanders are actually bad guys in this game. So I'm actually going to purchase by playing this card, and this card, and this card. I am going to draw this card and add him to my discard pile. And we get to add him to our discard pile and draw another hero to replace him. So this one, and this one will go to send to player 1 discard pile. Okay, now we have 3 attack left, so luckily with those 3 attack, we can actually rescue this bystander, which is good, or defeat this killbot. That's what we're defeating. We're defeating a killbot. So let's go ahead and do that and send to victory pile 1, and we will go ahead and discard our whole hand. Alright, and now we will draw our 6 more cards, which should, believe it or not, end up being heavy on the recruit. So our villain that we're going to draw this time, which Mastermind, having the Mastermind of Loki out there, that is not going to be good. He is going to be a pain, and with him having the Strength Hero Master Strike or gaining a wound, luckily there's not very many Master Strikes in here. Otherwise, I would be in big trouble. So we will draw a villain, and our villain is a Scheme Twist. Great. Send to Scheme deck. Does that work? Yeah, so now that's 4. Now, luckily there doesn't put a bad guy out there, but it makes those killbots now 4. And that is not good. But we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 stars. So we can take a look at here what we can get. We have a choice of quite a few. Each player may reveal an X hero. Each player who does draws a card. I guess that would require me as well, so that would be okay, but Emma Frost is my only one of those. I'm not really interested in that. You get a +1 for each bystander in your victory pile. Now, I could make the argument that each one of these killbots could technically be considered a bystander in order for this card to actually work, since there's really no other bystanders in here. I could work with that. And you know, this is the really super good Hulk. This is the rare Hulk. In each hero group has a very expensive hero card that is extremely strong. You know, this one gets a +5, so you get a 10 attack for Hulk smash. And I believe that this one is the No, I don't think that's the Emma Frost's rare card, but I think with my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm going to use. I'm gonna go ahead and get that card. Put that up there. We'll draw another one of those. I will discard my hand. And since I have no more cards, I need to send to draw pile and shuffle. Then we will draw our 6 more cards. Let's see what I get. Oh, I got my Emma Frost card. However, I don't have anything else, so that's not going to do me any good. And I only have 4 stars, so it's going to be hard to get anything. Let's see what I get here. Bystander. So we'll add it to the sewers, and it is now a claw of 4. So that is not good. But I do have 4 attacks, so I can actually take this one down using my Shield Trooper and my Emma Frost Psychic Link. That's a 3 attack, so we can go ahead and send this to our victory pile. We'll defeat that with these 2 cards. So we will discard them to my hand, or discard that to my discard pile. Now, 4 things here. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to use this bystander card to count for here. We're gonna roll with it, just so that this one actually works, because I think these Black Widow cards are going to be really hard to get anything out of. The special abilities for those 2 are going to be basically worthless for the Dangerous Rescue Black Widow card. So let's go with Covert Operations, and let's send this to our discard pile. Let's draw another hero up here, which is another Covert Operations. We will discard our hand and draw 6 new cards, which could have our Hulk in it. No, it didn't have our Hulk in it. That's a bummer. That means that it's probably sitting there as my 1 card for next time. So let's and again, we only have 4 stars, and we got another bystander, clause 4. And this bystander, I am not going to be able to defeat this Killbot. Killbot has 4 damage or 4 attack, and I only have 2. So with my 4 here, I think what I'm gonna do, because I really need some more stars. I've gotten a lot of things with attack, and actually all 5 of these have attack. So with my 4 stars, I think I'm going to actually draw a Shield Officer, which is Shield Officer gives you 2 stars when you add it to your hand. And since I only have 2 attack, there's nothing I can do there. So we're going to discard my hand, and I'm going to draw. Oh, I had 2 cards left in there, of course. So I have a Hulk, and we need to shuffle up my deck and finish out my hand. So let's see what villain we draw. Ooh, another bystander. So we're gonna do that and add that one there. So we've got 2 Killbots out there on the board. We're gonna have to see what happens here. We're gonna need let's see. Well, we've got 2 from here. I can't get the other +1 because I don't have any other strength. So but I do have 2, 3, 4. So I can take one of these out, which is good. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by recruiting another Shield Officer. So as you can see here, they cost 3. and I have 4, so that's plenty. So I'm going to add this to my discard. And then I've got 4 attacks, so I'm going to go ahead and attack this one here. You could attack either one of these, it really doesn't matter. But with this one being here, if we get another scheme, then it is up. It'll be a 5. We'll just go ahead and take this first one. Add to victory pile 1, and that is our turn. So we'll discard and draw 6 new cards. Alright, and so with this covert operations, well, let's start with drawing our villain card and see what it is. Another bystander, of course. A killbot for a 4 attack. And we have 3 killbots or bystanders in our deck, so we're gonna say this is a 3, and a 1 here is 4, so we could let's go ahead and defeat that one. We'll send it there, and that'll send these 2 to our discard pile. Alright, and so it leaves us with 4. I could get that, or I could get one of these. It'd just be a 2 attack, or I could get some more stars. I think I need to get some more stars out there so that I can get some of my other attacks, but I also need to get some of these heroes off the board so that I can get some other heroes. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this guy here, this girl, take my what was that one called? That's the Dangerous Rescue Black Widow. And we added another Hulk to the board. KO a wound from your hand or discard pile. If you do, you get a +2. That's a good one. I do like that one. And there's another Hulk card that actually gives you a wound. So those will be quite helpful. So we're drawing out our cards here. Oh, and we have run out of cards in our draw pile, so we will shuffle those back up and draw a couple more to finish this off. And let's see what we draw here. Another bystander, killbot. Yeah, there's lots of killbots in this one, and luckily I've kept them low enough that I'm able to kind of keep them off the board. With 4 recruit and 4 attack. I cannot use my Psychic Link special ability because I have no other X-Men. So we will just attack here, send to victory pile, and we will recruit 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to get our Unstoppable Hulk. And draw another card. Oh yeah, there is that same card that we have, so it wouldn't be bad to get another Emma Frost card in our hand if we can. That way, if the possibility of both of them coming up at the same time, you would be able to draw another card, which would be good. Which would be nice. Alright, so I'll slide that over and put a bystander there. So we have 2 killbots out there. And we have, let's see, we have how many we have 5 bystanders, so this is actually a +5. Which I think this might be a little overkill since there's so many bystanders in this deck as killbots. This probably has bad synergy with the cards. But you know what, we're gonna roll with it. We'll win. We still don't have enough to take on a mastermind, even with that 5. So we have 6, 7, but we're getting close. So that's good. And we have 4. And you know what, with this way this synergy works, so we have 1 star, 2 star, 3, 4 stars. I am going to, well, since I'm already kind of manipulating the situation, I'm going to take that one again. Ooh, and I love these cards where it just says draw a card. So you get to have that one. You get a 1 star to recruit, or 1 recruit point, and you get to draw another card. So that's quite helpful. And let's see, we have 5, 6, 7 attack, but we don't have, even with that 7, we won't be able to take both of them down. So we'll just take down 1. Send to Victor Pile 1, and we'll discard our hand. And draw new cards. Just enough. Alright, and our villain is a Scheme Twist. Oh no. So now, that's 5. Our kill bots have gone up to 5. So we're going to have to, now it's going to get a little bit harder as we see those Scheme Twists come out. And remember, there's 5 in there. We started with 3, so that means they can go up to 8. And that will not be good. So let's see what we can do first. Are there any special abilities that we need to use? Because now that we're starting to get a lot of heroes in our deck, our player deck, then we have to start being careful on which ones we play when. Because it's important to get the order right when you start having these abilities. So in other words, if I play this Growing Angry Hulk, but I play him before I play any other strength cards, then I don't get a +1 to attack. So you start getting into that. When you start getting a lot of them, that's where you get the synergy of your cards and getting them to work. So, you know, that's where this Hulk Smash card, you know, I would rather play this card first than the Hulk Smash card because I'd want the +5 rather than the +1. So it's important to kind of keep an eye on those. But for what we have right now, we got nothing. But we do have 5 attack. Just from our 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 cards, 5 attack, so that means we can take this guy down, which is good. And we will discard these cards. And they have no special abilities or anything that's going to affect my other cards, so we'll just go ahead and discard them so that I can keep track of what I've done. So we've got 4 here, and I already know exactly which one I want. I want my draw another card. My draw another card card. And we'll replace the hero. Ooh, that can be helpful, and that will work well. That will work well with the other Black Widows, which are a lot of covert styles. So you can see the special ability here is if you've played a covert card, covert style, then you may play the top card of the villain deck. If you do, you get a +2 attack. So that can be beneficial when, like in this case where my cityscape is clear, if I were to play that card, then that could help me get more attack to either take down the mastermind, which we will have to take down 4 times. Oh, I have no cards to draw. That's why it's not drawing any. Shuffle. Oh yeah. And we got... Okay guys, we're going to put a quick cut in here, so tune in next time as we finish up Legendary, a Marvel deck building game in the solo run. Thanks.